Okay, so in another part of the Bible, God talks out of his ass. What's up with that?
Okay, if you're referring to the fact that God talks from a donkey.
Yes.
Yes.
But the Bible uses the other word, so...
There are times, depending on translation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Take that, good view.
Why are we
Censor me now?
Why are we challenging good view? I don't think that's a good...
The Bible says that there's a talking ass.
Right. Okay.
Got him.
All right. So, yes, there's a story in...
About a talking donkey, yes.
Yes. In Numbers 22, we've got a talking donkey.
Oh, I thought it was in the New Testament.
No.
Isn't there another one in the New Testament?
No.
Or does a donkey get possessed? Something else happens with a donkey in the New Testament.
That's... Okay, you may be thinking of Paul.
Yeah.
Paul's on a donkey.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Paul... And then the Lord actually appears before Paul.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not in the donkey.
No.
Okay.
No.
So this... Okay.
This is a completely different... Yeah. No,
well, I was off.
There is no talking donkey in the story with Paul in Acts 9. No.
All right.
No. So...
Cool.
No, this is...
Old Testament donkey then.
Right. Old Testament donkey in Numbers 22.
Okay.
And so there's this individual named Balaam. Okay.
Okay.
And he has been charged by the Lord to go speak for the Lord. He doesn't want to do it. And so
a donkey does it for him?
And no. So here's Balaam, and Balaam's like trying to go off, and then God becomes upset with Balaam and puts in Balaam's riding this donkey. An angel of the Lord appears, and so donkey sees the angel of the Lord. Balaam doesn't see the angel of the Lord.
Okay.
And so the donkey was like, nope, and then all of a sudden the donkey is like, yeah, no, we're not doing this. And so he tries to go off the path. Okay.
Okay.
Balaam gets mad, hits donkey comes back on. And so this happens a couple more times where angel appears before the donkey. Balaam doesn't see the angel of the Lord. Donkey does. And finally, the donkey just sits down.
This is how horror movies start.
I wouldn't know.
The animals see it before the humans.
Oh.
And they're like, what's wrong? And then the animal's dead later.
So is that the way it always goes?
Yep.
Man, poor animal. But anyway, so Balaam sits down. I'm sorry, the donkey just sits down with Balaam on him. And then Balaam is furious that the donkey is just not doing what he wants the donkey to do. So then he just starts beating the donkey. Okay.
Okay.
And then...
So he's beating God.
He doesn't know he's beating the Lord's... What will be the Lord's spokesperson, if you were.
Okay.
Or spokesanimal, I guess, in this case. So in verse 28, it says, Then the Lord opened the donkey's mouth.
Okay.
And she asked Balaam, What have I done to you?
Oh, the donkey was a girl?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So God's a woman.
Oh, boy. I had a feeling you were going to go there with this. No, God does not have gender.
Ah. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Fine.
All right. Anyway.
Yeah.
It's
just fun to say that and make you say the other thing every time.
Yeah, I know. He's just a spirit. Okay. All right. Don't get all freaked out on this. All right. All right. So the Lord opened the donkey's mouth, and she asked Balaam, What have I done to you that you have beaten me these 3 times? And Balaam answered the donkey, You made me look like a fool. If I had a sword in my hand, I'd kill you now. So Balaam's a little upset, but he's still just talking to the donkey.
Okay.
The donkey said, Am I not the donkey you've ridden all your life until today? Have I ever treated you this way before? No, he replied. And they're just having a full-on conversation. And then it says, Then the Lord opened Balaam's eyes, and he saw the angel of the Lord standing in the path with a drawn sword in his hand. Balaam knelt down low and bowed in worship on his face. And then the angel of the Lord asked him, Why have you beaten your donkey these 3 times? Look, I came out to oppose you because I consider what you are doing to be evil. The donkey saw me and turned away from me these 3 times. If she had not turned away from me, I would have killed you by now and let her live. And so, so you've got another instance of a talking donkey and Balaam just responding back. But unlike in Genesis 3, when we can say, well, but creation was perfect, garden was perfect, talking animals may make sense back then.
Okay.
In this situation...
No one had seen one for a while.
Yeah, I mean, in this situation, you've got a talking donkey. And Balaam, same thing. Like, It doesn't seem Balaam seems to mind the fact that there's this donkey talking to him.
Okay.
And so...
That's a very confusing story.
Why so?
Because why would God, the donkey, be afraid of an angel?
But God's not the donkey.
But he was the donkey.
No. He was speaking through the donkey.
Okay.
But it was not like God and the donkey are one.
All right.
It's like, yeah,
There's also some trickery where it's like, I'm going to reveal myself to the donkey and not the person. Like, it's a weird story.
Well, I guess also maybe...
And there's a talking donkey in it.
Right. But I think it's also kind of making a point, right? Like, he's trying to show Balaam's blindness, right? To the Lord, to the things of the Lord, because Balaam is supposed to be a prophet.
I feel like a lot of people in the Bible got done with these little, like, confusing lessons and were like, you could have just told me.
But, well, we might say that, but how often do we go, you could have just told me? And someone be like, well, I did tell you, and you still did this stupid thing.
I mean, that's true.
I mean, that happens all the time, right?
I guess the more I do stupid things, the better the chances that I'd see a talking donkey.
Maybe.
All right.
Yeah. And so the next time you see
challenge accepted.
So the next time you see a talking donkey, be like, all right, I need to listen up because the Lord may be speaking. Okay.
There's an angel with a sword somewhere. Let's go find him.
Right. And if I don't listen, the angel may kill me.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's
the talking donkey.
That's talking donkey.
All right, next.